I'm Johnny Knight here, aka Mr. Johnny Axel. Now I want to start a new thing with you guys. I want to start doing horror movie reviews every Wednesday, because I watch horror films every Monday. Now I know I haven't been keeping up with it a lot, and I am sorry for that. But I'm going to try to this time because school is winding down to its end, I'm graduating, there's the summer, and after Germany I'm basically pretty much all there is. So, well, let's get started. The movie that I watched this Monday was a movie called Scary or Die. And the premise was this one person was looking up really fucked up shit, and he goes to this website titled Scary or Die. And it's basically YouTube, but instead of all these videos that you see, it's all these scary videos. Now the movie is comprised of 5 short films, and they have nothing to do with each other. It's kind of like when you're scrolling down your YouTube feed and see the different videos. So I'm going to talk about the different clips. Warning, there will be spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, then get out. But the movie sucks. So we're going to talk about the clips individually first before I explain why the movie sucks. So let's get into it. The first clip is about these about 3 people, and 2 of them are rednecks, and the other one is a chick, one of the girlfriends. So they're cruising along the countryside. Everything is fine. They stop by a gas station. They go in, they buy some snacks, and they pump gas. And the first problem arises when you find out that one of them is racist, really racist, and he starts complaining to the gas station cashier about how he can't speak English, and then it cuts away to him eating snacks, and the cashier's dead. When they go to the Rio Grande River, to which they've been holding 2 Mexican hostages in the back of the truck the whole entire time, not telling anyone. The girlfriend gets scared. They start killing. She runs off. She comes back with a gun, and the people that they killed, they rise from the dead and kill them. That's the whole premise, or that's the whole story. Now, next clip is of this guy who's living this life like Marceau. He's just living a mundane life, everything's going the same way, he's just living in the moment. And he sees this girl who attracts him, and he just starts stalking her for no apparent reason. And then she starts to get attacked by this man. And the main guy, tries to stop it, and then he's just like, no, and then he gets punched. The attacker goes in the car with her. He puts the cell phone in the gas tank, and then, basically just tries to find her. And then he saves her, and she wants to repay him, so he goes to a party that she's hosting, goes to her apartment, basically, and is about to get it. But then turns out she's a vampire, and the guy he was attacking was Van Helsing. It's weird. The third clip is about this man who murders his other man and completely disfigures him, just chops off his limbs and stuff and puts him in a gym bag and puts him in the back of his car. Now, the guy gets in the car and he's a little drowsy, and he starts to swerve a little bit on and off the road. Then he starts hitting delusions because he keeps hearing this in the trunk of his car. Now the police notices swerving and goes and pulls him over, and he acts all casual. And then they hear the and they search the back of the trunk. They open up the bag, and the body's not there. And the main guy's wondering what the hell is happening, and And the fourth short is the main one. It stars Corbin Bleu from High School Musical. And the reputation is, it seems that once he hit senior year, he kind of, drowned? Because he went from High School Musical to his first line being, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this, bitches?" And yeah, he looks like Cuba Gooding Jr. Let's be real here. In this movie, he does And basically the whole plot is there's this cannibal clown who keeps on snatching these kids. And Corbin hires the clown unknowingly to be at his little brother's birthday party because his little brother is 7. Corbin Blue is like adult because it was released last year. And what happens was there was this kid who was snatched and no one knew who it was, and the clown was in the refrigerator eating some stuff. And Corbin gets all macho and is like, "What are you doing? Get out of my house!" And he starts to kick the clown, and the clown bites him on the leg, and then runs off. And the whole film is about Corbin's transformation into a clown. Because he was bitten by a clown. So the fifth short is about this girl and her grandpa and how they used to perform these religious rituals. And when he was about to die, he gave her this necklace that was full of mojo, which would protect her just in case he couldn't. And then he died, and but then she found a boyfriend that she really liked, and it was good at first, but then it got abusive. Eventually, he killed her. Then what ended up happening was the mojo took effect, and she rose back to life and killed him because he was a lying, cheating asshole. And that's it. Those are the 5 clips. 5 shorts. Now, let me explain why it sucks. In the first 4, no fucking explanations. You don't know. First of all, you don't know why they're really racist. You don't know why the fuck they're rising from the dead. And the second one, don't know why they're vampires. You don't know why the fuck Van Helsing is doing in there. I mean, you kind of get it, but it's such... It was... Alright, with references like that, it's hit or miss, and that was definitely a miss. There. And the third one, why was he killed? And what the fuck was wrong with him? Not the guy who murdered, but the body that was hit in the gym bag. And the main one didn't even explain, like, how does it work when you become a clown? And why are all the clowns cannibals? The 5th one was like 5 minutes and explained everything. How does it happen? And to be honest, the moments that were supposed to scare me weren't. They didn't. They were comedic. Comedic at best. If this were a satire, I would enjoy this. But this was supposed to be a serious, scary movie. And you could tell some scenes had so much potential. But then they didn't, and they threw an awkward plot twist like the zombies and stuff just for the thrill. And they didn't really work out. In fact, it just leads you more confusion, which causes you to miss more stuff that is happening, and which that stuff is confusing too, because they don't explain it. There's no explanation, which that leads to less scares. The acting, it's generic. It's generic B-rate horror film acting. That's all I can say. The music, it's about the same. I mean, the tension in some parts of the music really does help. The makeup, the clown makeup is, the scary clown makeup is generic, but that's good in this case. It's good because, you know, anything that can look like Pennywise is pretty fucking awesome. At least in my book, and it scares the shit out of me. So, if you got a scary clown, that's good, and they did good with that. But they didn't do so well with anything else, really, because, I mean, the angles were alright, and scenes were okay. The acting, like I said, generic. On a horror film sense, 4 out of 10. Would definitely not watch this at all. On a more satire sense, definitely 8 out of 10, because it made me laugh. So if that's what they were going for, then they did a good job. But if they were going more for the serious approach, then I'm sorry, it was completely missed except for the 5th clip. The 5th clip, short thing, whatever, was really bone chilling. I really wish that the rest of the movie would have been like that, but it wasn't. And the ending to the movie it's just a rip off of Paranormal Activity 1. And that movie wasn't even scary. That's a bad movie that's a movie you don't want to rip off on because it sucked. So, yeah. So, see you guys next Wednesday, I guess. Peace.